What's up, YouTube? Mr. Chow here with Miss Joby. We're going to do a tier list for Netflix Squid Game. Okay, so first off, we'll just explain our tiers and then we'll go into it. By the way, spoiler warning right now, okay? If you haven't seen it yet, go watch it. It's like the most watched Netflix show ever, so I don't know what you're waiting for. Okay, so Squid Game Master is our S tier. Then we got square, triangle, and circle. That's correlating to the people who help run the Squid Games. So they have the black mask, they have the square on their face. That usually means they're like the managers. Triangle, I think they're like a little bit higher up workers. And then circle are just like the lowest end workers. And then cannon fodder is just you're the worst. That's our lowest tier. All right, we obviously don't have all the like every single character that shows up in the show, but we have some of the more important ones, also a couple of obscure ones, but you let us know what you think. And before we begin, please like and subscribe. We'll have more videos like this, and go check out Miss Joby's channel. She also did costume DIY for the Squid Game characters. Okay, so we'll start off the tier list with our first guy. We got Baeong-gi. So this is the doctor from the show. He's the one who is doing the organ donating. He's taking the organs and they're selling it on the black market. So, I mean, he's a doctor, so we can't put him on the bottom list. He has a pretty interesting action scene, I gotta say, where he goes and kills that one guy and tries to run around and escape the building. Okay, so he's not going bottom two. I think triangle. Because he kind of makes parts of the plot interesting, but that part of the plot almost doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah, we still don't really know too much about him.
So yeah, we're going to keep him, I think middle tier is fine. Triangle. Okay. Next we have Han Minyo. She's the annoying
She's so annoying
female character, but she gives another character on the list a great, well-deserved death because F that guy. So that puts her slightly higher. She is super annoying, though, so I can't put her any higher than Circle. What do you think?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. She got lucky, though, in that one episode. There's the one game where you had to partner up with people, right? And then play like a marble game. She was the only one who didn't have a partner, so she lucked out.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone thought she was going to get screwed. Okay. Moving on. We got Junho. He is the cop. He is awesome. I actually think he should be Squid Game Master. What do you think?
Yeah, I guess so.
Do you want to only have one Squid Game Master, or you want to have more than one?
No, you can have more than one.
Okay. So I'm putting him in Squid Game Master. He's awesome, badass fighting scenes, especially since, like, I feel like in most of these action-y thriller things, the cops are, like, complete imbeciles, and he was fantastic. So I'm going to put him up there. He also, like, his character helps explore more of the world, like, as he gets on the inside and shows, like, the interesting stuff, and helps explain stuff more. So, yeah. So I think it's adequate that he's up there. At worst, he'd be square. Okay. Next one, this guy, very controversial. He is Doksu. He is basically the bad guy. His terrible snake tattoo would put him here alone, but he is really important to the story. So I do think, I do think he should go higher. I would definitely put him before Baeong-gi. Like, he's definitely a more interesting character. I'd almost put him at square, but he's so, like, unlikable. But I guess that's the point of his character. He's supposed to be unlikable. He gets more play, plus he's, like, interesting. He plays an important part in, like, a lot of the challenges, like, where he's, like, their big antagonist at first. Do you think he's the big antagonist? Okay, we're going to put him at triangle. We can move it around at the end. We're going to put him at triangle. He's top of triangle because I think he's more important than the doctor. The doctor, sometimes some of the new characters kind of just got introduced out of nowhere. And then they're like, oh yeah, by the way, this is important. But just for this episode because they're going to die. All right. Next we got Sang-woo's mom. Sang-woo's mom.
She's so sweet.
She is a sweet baby. She's really nice. She basically takes in a fucking stranger. We're going to put her in square just because she's good. She's not important. Actually, you know what? I can't do that. We're going to put her in triangle.
Why?
Because she's good, but she doesn't play enough of a role in the show, right? Because you can't give her too high. She's just better than her. She's annoying. Oh, she's only down here because she's annoying. She is, like, technically kind of important to the show, Minyo, but I just can't do it. Anyways, Gihan's mom, she got done dirty as well. but she's like very, very not important to the show, really. Like, yes, she's kind of a driving force, but also at the same time, she almost does nothing. So she's circle. Any argument? What? She doesn't really do anything.
She doesn't do
she's
anything,
just dead at
but
the end.
she's a big part in the main character's role.
I think the daughter plays more of a big part in the character's role versus the mom. The mom is there
Wait, the
and
daughter?
just to display how shit his life is, but the daughter, like,
Gihan's
that's his
daughter?
goal. Yeah, that's his
okay.
goal of, like, being a better person. Because, yeah, obviously he wants to help his mom, but, yeah. I just don't think, okay, like, to be in these higher tiers, we're going to say you have to be, like, more important to the story. So, like, even Deok-soo, I feel like maybe should be square just because he's so important to the story. Because he's, like, the antagonist for, like, 2/3 of the show.
Okay, I thought this tier list was just which
And
characters are your favorite.
Well, yeah, that too. Is Gihan's mom your favorite?
Really?
No one's favorite is that.
Okay, fine.
I think putting them into how much they do in the story is also important to the story. Or, sorry, to our list. Okay. Gihan's ex-wife. She's not really likable. We're going to put her behind
She's
Gihan's
a nobody.
mom. Yeah, she's a
She just
nobody.
married a rich person.
Yeah. This rich guy, he's cannon fodder. We don't like him. He's like,
He offered.
Here's money, go away. Like, no, that's not this guy. I get that that Gihan is like kind of a shitty person, but man, guy wants to see his kid. This guy's like trying to be in here. Don't ruin our family. Like, okay, dude. The daughter, she's kawaii, but she doesn't really play an important role, so we're gonna put her here. Oops.
She's important to Gihan, though.
Yeah, she is like a driving part of his story, but we're gonna put her behind here just because she's not as important. I feel like in C, unless we bump her up to triangle, no one can really pass her.
No, she's still
because
circle.
she does too much in the like show. Like she's too
She's
important
annoying.
in the show overall, even though she is annoying.
I think if she wasn't that annoying, I would put her in triangle. But
Okay.
she's super annoying, so she stays there.
Okay. And player number 342.
324.
Sorry, 324. I obviously can't see. They're the first character to die in the show, like in the game. So
Cannon
immediate
fodder.
cannon fodder. He is the definition of cannon fodder. That is why you own the top spot in cannon fodder. This guy here, he is the loan shark, or one of the loan sharks that is like beating up Gihan in the urinal, which was gross. But he's barely in the show, so also cannon fodder. All right, the salesman. I know a lot of people think he's super good looking, so even just for that fact, we'll put you in circle.
Circle, I would put him in triangle.
But he doesn't do anything.
He starts the whole entire show. Without him, like, nothing would have happened.
All right. I mean, he's got a pretty cool scene at the end where like he kind of like gives him the little look and like goes all like Dark Knight on him.
Yeah, I would put him in triangle, but...
Okay, he goes back of triangle then.
Okay.
Fine, I'll meet you there. Okay, frontman. You're going square.
Why?
Because frontman is like, he's interesting. I like his mask. He's really cool. They don't, I feel like, explain enough about him. Even though, spoilers once again, he's Junho's brother, who won the Squid Game, so technically should be there. But I don't really like his character that much to be there. I feel like if they do a season 2, which, I mean, come on, they're probably going to do a season 2 now. They have to explain his character a bit. Because, like, why would you come back? Like, even Gihan, like, he doesn't want to go back into the Squid Game to, like, make people go through this. But this guy apparently is effed up enough to want to do that. So, there's gonna be, I don't know. There's something up with this guy. But square, just because he's an interesting character. This is making me think Deok-soo should go in square now because we put frontman there, and I feel like Deok-soo is more than frontman. Okay, we're gonna switch him up. Actually, I'm gonna put him up there. I'll upgrade him, Deok-soo, just because he's super important to the story. Okay, the VIPs. These are kind of like 2 and 1. They don't really give names to them. They're just American English, British actor, whatever guys. All right, they're pretty shite. This guy, he shows his like weird funny ass and he dies. Cannon fodder. They do have some good one-liners, but they're mostly cannon fodder. Okay, player 276 we got here. I don't unfortunately know his name, But he was in the tug of war episode. Seemed like a pretty good dude. I'll put him at circle just because he's harmless, but I don't think anything more of him. He goes bottom of circle. What do you think? Anything different?
Yeah, that's fine.
So Ji Young, she is just like this is what I'm talking about. The show just like sometimes randomly has people that are just highlighted in episodes and then they get offed, but you learn about them. She had a pretty interesting story-ish, I guess. She just kind of gave up for the other girl, but sure, I guess. Circle, end of triangle.
I think I would go with circle.
Okay, we'll go circle. Whoops. Ahead of or behind? I'll go circle just because she's in the actual games. She's alright. I mean, she's just like in the episode to be there. And then Sei Bayok, she's also important. She's really important to the show. I know a lot of people really like her. I thought her character was okay. She has a good backstory, like interesting. Like she comes from like obviously shit. Like all of them come from like shit basically. Yeah, okay. I think she deserves to go up here. She's pretty interesting. She gets a pretty good end. I also do like the scene where at the end of the glass floor episode where when that blew up, I immediately thought that there was way too much glass for no one to get hurt, and someone does get hurt.
And then
so
she gets
I was
hurt
like,
and no one else.
yeah, I was like, thankfully that made sense.
Yeah.
I feel bad just because she kind of like it's fucked up at the end, but you know, it is what it is. Her brother, he doesn't really do much. Can't put him in cannon fodder though. He's got.
What? He's so cute.
I said I can't put him in cannon fodder.
I know, but you're only putting him in circle.
Yeah, because is it like
He's so
he's
cute.
the mushroom cut? Mushroom
All
cut,
Asian
you get sent there.
kids have those.
I guess. He doesn't really do much either. He just kind of stands there and looks like, oh yeah.
You're fine.
Right, and that's the one that Sangwoo's mom takes in. What a gem. That's why she gets moved up. Otherwise, she would have stayed down there. Okay.
Should we do...
Oh, Ilnam. Oh, you want
That
to save
one
the
first?
4
Yeah.
for the end? Oh, yeah, why? Number 69 and 70, I guess. They go in cannon fodder.
Props to them for going in together, though.
Yeah.
They're like, let's just die together anyways.
Well,
Nothing to lose.
that kind of sucked where the guy had to, like, that one episode where they were together and they chose each other's partners and then
Yeah.
they ended up having to be against each other. And then he offed himself. That kind of sucked. Okay, they go to top of cannon fodder. I mean, they don't have much of a like impact in the show overall, but like, yeah,
It's
that kind of
just like
sucks.
a side thing.
Yeah. All right. Actually, they did have more to do than most of these people. Here, we're gonna put them there. I
Okay.
want 324 to be top of cannon fodder. Okay. Here are the big 4. So, frankly, I think these are the 4 prime characters of the show, right? The show mostly revolves around these 4. Oh Il-nam, number 1, goes number 1. He is pretty awesome. He'll go behind Jin-ho, I think, because he like his backstory episode, like where he's just a rich guy and he was so rich. He had so many first world problems that he just got bored and wanted to play like death games and put people against each other. Wild. And he did this while he was dying. Unreal.
I knew something was up with him when
Yeah.
you first introduced him.
Yeah, because everyone else wasn't as old as him and stuff. But yeah, he was really interesting. Like, he's the creator of the game, so you got to have him up there. So I think we'll do him up there. Okay, Mr. Ali over here. I feel so bad for this guy. This is kind of what happens when you're too nice to a fault, I guess, sometimes, or you're too trusting of people and you're not a little bit skeptical, especially in life or death games. That he kind of got effed over. But he did F over the other dude at the work. You know when he went back in the second episode? He, like, wanted money from the guy. The guy didn't want to give him money. And then he, like,
yeah.
got his hand... The other dude got his hand
His
stuck in
boss?
the machine. Yeah, it was, like, his boss. He's going to go top of square just because I feel for him. His death was so impactful. That was the most impactful death, I think. That was the one I was like, no! Especially when he opens the bag and it's just rocks in there. God damn. I was like...
The feels.
Yeah, the feels. All right. Other 2 characters here. we got to go Squid Master for both, okay? We got, Gihan. Obviously, he's the main character. The story revolves around him. Super interesting. I like his backstory. Comes from rags, gets into the riches, basically. But then, even when he gets to the top, he doesn't, it doesn't work for him. He's still, is trying to figure out why the hell these games exist and stuff. He dyed his hair red. I thought that was kind of weird, but sure.
That was random.
Yeah. I was pumped when he didn't get on the plane and maybe was going to go into the next Squid Game, so I thought it was really interesting.
That would be season 2.
I'll be interested to see how his character develops in the show. He's motivated by the daughter that he loves, right? And his stupid ex-wife and the sleazeball over there going to America. You know what would be cool, though, if he goes to America and he finds the American version of the Squid Games. Just saying, Netflix. That's a good idea. It'll be like Wipeout, basically. Or MXC.
What, like his ex-wife's family runs out of money and then now they're in the American Squid Games?
Oh, or what if the husband went over there because he runs the American Squid Games?
Oh my gosh.
Ooh, we're just thinking of weird topics for...
Yeah, because he's rich.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, I don't think anyone would disagree too much with Gihan being the Squid Game master because he literally was the Squid Game master. He won. So I think that's pretty good.
What
and
about
then
Sungwoo?
Sungwoo, really, really good character. Like, of all the characters, I thought his character was super interesting. How he's like the nice guy, the golden boy, how the main character like hypes him up and stuff,
He went to this university.
Yeah, and then he has like this turn. He's just like some psycho, and you find out he's like in so much debt from overseas, and his life is basically fucked, so he has nothing else to do but to try and win this thing. I think he also should go on Squid Game Master. What do you think? Yeah.
Ugh.
I even like him better than the old guy because I thought, okay, you're not supposed to necessarily like all the characters, right? Like we got Duck-Soo up there. I don't necessarily like him as a character, but I think he's so impactful into the story that he should be up there, right? I think this is pretty good.
At the end.
But he offs himself though. He does the right thing technically by helping him to win. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, plus he was part of that alley thing. Oh man, he made so many enemies of fans that day. Anyways, okay, so. Just before we conclude this is our list so far. And do you want to make any last minute changes or want to argue for any last minute changes to anyone?
I think Sungwoo, for me,
yeah,
I would put him in square just because he's so evil at the end. Yeah, I didn't like how he did that.
Okay, but that's the point. You don't want to like him though, right? Like that's what makes his character good.
That's why he's square, in my opinion. These are just based on
how much you like them.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
It's fine. Okay. So this is our tier list. Let us know what you guys think. Comment what your order would be, at least for like Squid Game Master and Square probably. That would be the two best ones. Okay? Please like and subscribe once again, and we hope you guys enjoy it. All right? Thanks, guys. Ciao.